whispers ASMR. That's right, big whispers. This is my first ASMR. My first ASMR video on my new channel. I've listened to ASMR for many years, and I've always wanted to try this. My favorite type of ASMR is clearly whispering, so I figured let's give this a shot. I enjoy it, and at the very least, I will probably put myself to sleep as I go through this process and journey. If you couldn't tell, I do live in a motorhome for most of the year with my partner and our puppy. Puppy. Honestly, I'm really hoping that this becomes a channel that you can kind of escape to with me as I journey around the country. Tonight, for example, we're in a beautiful setting in Northern California with pine trees, surrounding us. The campground has kind of gone to bed. That was my stomach. The campground has kind of gone to sleep, and things are calm and quiet. It's my favorite time of night, so that's the scene of where we're at tonight. And I figured for this first video, I would just share some of the random things that we have in the motorhome. So, with that being said, let's jump right in. And thank you guys, if you're still with me. Thank you for watching and the support. Super excited to keep this going as much as possible. I love mouth sounds too, so hopefully you guys are into it. Okay, this is a big trigger, and I love when people do this, so we're gonna try it, but this is what I'm recording on. It is my new MV7 Plus microphone. MV7 Plus podcast. Microphone. This is made by Shure. It's supposed to be really solid for background noise, which I'm naturally gonna have in the motorhome, so what a cool box too. Look how beautiful this is. Yeah, I'm really excited to play around with this thing, but let's see how it sounds with some tapping. I'm really not into fast ASMR, so not sure how much of that I'll get into on this channel, but I love slow, rhythmic tapping like this, so hopefully you guys are into it. test this level of gain. Let's see how it ends up. Let's see how this ends up sounding. Might turn it up to get some really good mouth sounds. Mouth sounds. Mouth sounds. Alright, let's hear it for the MB7 Plus podcast microphone by Shure. This is not a paid advertisement, by the way. Let's see if I get flagged or something crazy. Alright. The next random item from the motorhome is this set of hooked on hiking info cards. Apparently, we have these. I've just seen them for the first time a few days ago, but I figured they might sound cool. I figured they would sound cool. We'll see if it plays out as I hope. But these are pretty cool. So there's 50 individual cards about different parks throughout, I believe, just California. That's super impressive if you think about it. I mean, this state is beautiful. Okay, so first up, El Morro Canyon Loop. I'm not going to read all these. I just think this one I flipped to randomly. This is in Los Padres National Forest. Listen to the description on this, though. Birds, butterflies, and bunnies await hikers in Crystal Cove State Park's El Morro Canyon. That's beautiful. That's all I need to read. Rabbits, songbirds, hawks, quail, and roadrunners are frequently seen. Butterflies flit among the coastal scrub, including the Annis swallowtail and red admiral. Oh, it sounds glorious, guys. Hooked on hiking. These might be fun to read through once in a while, just to kind of set the scene again. I think I like the idea of setting a scene for you guys. Because listen, life is tough. Everyday life is not easy. And I really would love for this again to be a place where you can come and escape just for a little bit. I've been going through some therapy sessions, and I have a recording that I listened to from my therapist. And she starts it by saying, take a deep breath, relax your body. You have nowhere else to be, nothing to worry about. And that's exactly what I'd like to do for you guys, is create a space where you can just be without pressure, anxiety, stress. So, we will revisit hooked on hiking cards in the future for sure. next random thing in my motorhome. Now, listen, guys. Remember, big whispers. I'm a big guy. I would die from heat and sweat without my fan. I've got like 10 of these, but I think, and I hope that this is a good trigger. Warm go. I love tracing. Hopefully that came across. This is again, this is my first test. Let's see how this sounds though. The weather, the weather, the weather, the weather hasn't been too hot recently, so we've been able to have the windows open with a nice breeze, which is one of my favorite things to do, especially in Northern California. So I'm hearing our next stop up north is going to be a bit warmer, quite a bit warmer. So I will probably have to crank these babies. We do have air conditioning. I just like to not use it if we don't have to, because it can be quite loud. Quite loud. Quite loud, 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 loud. Man, I hope that's coming across. That sounds really cool in person. I would love to know what the people walking past me with their flashlights thinks I'm doing. This guy's holding a fan and rubbing it with a camera and a microphone. All in good fun, kids. Okay. So, we just recently got to Northern California. We came from Santa Cruz, which is incredible. I love Santa Cruz. And hopefully one day I can retire in Santa Cruz. This next trigger is pretty dope, I think. And I've got to use the word dope as we talk about Santa Cruz. But we brought our RV across the Golden Gate Bridge. So it's only appropriate that we have this art. It's actually a greeting card that's quite beautiful. It's handmade paper that's been rolled up or formed into the shape of the Golden Gate Bridge. Golden Gate it's plastic wrapping. So let's see if we can make this a decent, enjoyable little trigger. So it's got the bay, the mountains on the one side. I think that's probably Marin County. And two seagulls made out of birds. One seagull, two seagulls. One of my really close friends gave me a card similar to this, but it's of an ocean kind of scene with the palm trees. Palm trees. Not coconut trees. Coconut, coconut, coconut. I say that word really odd. Coconut, coconut, coconut. Never thought about it. I digress. But this style, I think the brand is called Quilling Card. Quillilling. So many cool, unique cards. But yeah, this one's very fitting as we try and collect mementos that make sense for the journeys we've been on in this motorhome. We love San Francisco. We love the Golden Gate Bridge. Golden Gate Bridge. Golden Gate Bridge. My puppy is not a puppy. He's a 16-year-old dog. And he's in the background having just like a nightmare, probably a dream, which is fun. So hopefully you guys didn't hear. Okay, I've got two more triggers. This one I haven't tried. I haven't tried any of these honestly, so surprise. I've got another random item in the motorhome. Motorhome. This is an air room spray by Apothia. Apothia. The smell is called Soul. Soul. This stuff does smell incredibly good. Good. Excuse me. Not striving for perfection, so bear with me as I work my way through this first video. This stuff was pricey. I did get it half off. It's really nice because it's got essential oils in it. It's all natural. So you can use this as a body spray even. the sound of my fingers on your smooth skin along the top of your forehead. That was always one of my favorite things that my mom used to do was run her fingers around my face, specifically in church, is what I remember. It always gave me the chills. Oh man, I wish you guys could smell that. That smells delightful. Okay, this one's gonna be kind of tricky. We'll see how it goes, but we have a bunch of cupboard handles. Cupboard handles throughout the motorhome. And they've mostly all broken, so we've replaced all of them as of late with these really fun orange bright handles. I had to go to the hardware store to get some screws to fit, and they came in this fun little bag. It's from Ace Hardware, and you have to fill out the information on the part number and how many and the price. So, kind of nostalgic. I remember doing that with my grandpa when I was younger. Anyways, I thought this might sound good with the MX7. That's not it. MV7 Plus microphone. Let's see how it sounds. That's enough of the baggy. I'm not sure I like that. Let me know what you guys think. Those are all the triggers I have planned. Those are all the triggers that I've planned for this first video. I think the more and more I create, the more and more I want to, again, just lean into making this a very quiet, positive space where, again, we can get away from the everyday kind of hustle and bustle of life. So, to end this video, I think I want to have you close your eyes and picture yourself laying in a hammock outside under the stars. You can see that there are pine branches above you. The moon and the stars are peeking through the pine branches. As across your skin. You start to sway a little more back and forth, back and forth, back and forth in the hammock. You can smell the pine. You can hear the crackling fire in the distance and smell the smoke from the fires around the campground. As a reminder, you have nowhere else to be. You have nothing to worry about. It's just you, your hammock, and the beautiful setting of nature that has you swaddled in its magnificent beauty. I really hope that you've enjoyed this first ASMR whisper video. I love the ASMR community and look forward to doing many, many more of these videos. As I wrap this up, just thank you for joining. Please subscribe, like, and hit that notification button so you guys can know when I post my upcoming videos. Again, learning how this all works. We'll see what I need to adjust for the next upcoming video. Would love any feedback and notes or kind of a wish list. Again, this is Big Whispers. Big Whispers. Big Whispers ASMR. And don't forget, Big Whispers.